They are shipping it to Michigan tomorrow. Tonight, an Action News investigation is exposing a grave error, a body allegedly lost by a cemetery where a family's loved one was supposed to be buried. Action News investigative reporter Wendy Saltzman is here with an Action News exclusive report.
Jim, it's difficult enough to lose a loved one, but then imagine their body vanishing and never properly being laid to rest. It's an outrageous story that caught our attention, especially when we learned this may not be the first body that the cemetery allegedly buried in the wrong spot.
Happy birthday, Mom.
This would have been Mary Patishaw's 75th birthday, the day family members stood by the spot where she was supposed to be laid to rest.
She's not here.
Her daughter Lil Bennett says Patishaw had long planned to be buried alongside her closest sister in a double grave.
That was her last wish.
But in a strange twist, according to family members, Patishaw's dying wish never happened.
I think it's a great possibility that they'll be digging up 4 or 5 graves before they find the right one.
It all started in February a year ago after Patishaw, an Upper Darby resident, passed away from heart disease. When family members arrived at the graveside funeral, they say they were approached by this man, the groundskeeper and owner's son, Maurice Clark, who told them there was a problem.
The ground was too frozen to put her in the ground that day.
The family's only option was to wait. Whitechapel Memorial Park in Feasterville agreed to hold her casket in a mausoleum until a week later, when still in grief, they say they were told they could finally put their loved one to rest.
This is not where we buried her.
These pictures show the site where the cemetery buried Mary Patishaw.
I think she's here.
Compared to the plot they paid for, the plot that included her headstone and her sister's grave.
You can see how far the distance is from where the guy is saying she's buried versus where the pictures were of the funeral.
And that's not all. The family says the soil above the sister's grave had not been dug up. It was not disturbed at all. They went back to approach the gravedigger.
He doesn't know where she is.
Over multiple exchanges, the family recorded their conversations with Maurice Clark.
We found the body. I just got to dig it up to make sure it's the right one.
In them, Clark acknowledges Patishaw's body was buried in the wrong place, but possibly more disturbing is the lengths he would have to go to and the graves he would potentially have to disturb to find her.
I will come out here and I will bring up this body and lift this lid because I want to make sure it's the right person. I don't want to lift this lid in front of you and it be the wrong person.
Where's her body? You told the family that you were going to have to dig up graves to find her body. How many graves did you have to dig up to find Mary Patishawh?
I'm going to call 911.
When we went to speak with Clark, he called the police.
Maurice, how did you lose her body?
Call the police.
This is amazing. I've never heard anything like this.
State Senator and funeral director Robert Tomlinson says Pennsylvania cemeteries have very little oversight. No inspections, no quality control, and no record checks.
You just don't have a right randomly going in and opening up graves to pop up and see if that's the right one or the wrong one.
When police arrived at Whitechapel, they did intervene.
Have you found Mary Patishaw's body yet?
Please tell these property, get off the property.
Okay, well, answer their question and
I don't have no questions.
Okay.
Just maybe not the way Clark had planned.
Thank you.
I'll give him this. Don't touch the camera.
As it turns out, Patishaw's body may not be the only loved one who was laid to rest in the wrong place. Another case going through the legal system alleges Whitechapel placed a man's headstone and casket in a different section than his memorial service. Unfortunately, the only real recourse may be for Patishaw's family to file a lawsuit. They have complained to the Real Estate Commission, who licenses cemetery owners, but only for the purposes of selling burial plots.
Extraordinary story, and one can only hope that eventually these wrongs will be righted.
We hope so.
Yeah.